Wait a minute, did you just hear that? I think the doorbell just rang. I love Walt Disney, and I love Disney World. I think I like Disney because of what he stands for, or like what Walt Disney did. And having this here reminds me that my goals as a filmmaker and creative are to be like Walt Disney. I've had this in my room for like 4 years now, and it's time that I replace this. But what do I replace it with? It's gotta be magical. I know whatever this thing has to be, it's gotta be something that motivates me as a person, as a filmmaker. When I look over on this wall, it's gotta be this thing that brings me some sort of drive. When I don't want to get out of bed, this is something that makes me get out of bed. So the thing I'm making, and the reason I showed you the Walt Disney poster, is because Walt Disney's actually done this before. He's actually created something like this a long time ago. This is a collection of all my files. And this right here, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we're talking about today. Oh my gosh. And I've been working on kind of developing this thing, but I was sitting today in bed looking over at that wall and saying I'm really not motivated by anything in my room right now. So let's change my environment. Plan of my future. So there's all these arrows, just like the diagram from Walt Disney. There's all these different things that go into each other. And it's kind of like making a projection of what you want in the future, your goals of what you want in the future, but putting it in a way that makes it make sense. I'm gonna open up Photoshop and pull up what I currently have. I've nicknamed this thing The Plan, and I've nicknamed it that because, like I said, this plan is the plan. You are actually a part of the current plan, the YouTube part of the plan, the part that shows you the inside to all of these different things that I'm working on. Merchandise, interactive experiences, Sukavision, the production studio, the place where I am a real filmmaker. This is also where I'm a filmmaker, but a different type. So like I said, this is the plan. This is the digital version that I need to go put on my wall over there. I've kind of been putting this off for a while. I mean, I've had this for a while. While I'm doing this, I get this sense of feeling of like, why am I doing this? Why? What's the point of making a plan? There's doubt. I doubt myself of saying, can I really have merchandise? Can I really have movie theaters? Can I have film festivals? Is this something I can reach one day? And I'm at this point of doubt. And it's like, okay, once you make the plan, you gotta follow the plan. Or at least that's how I train myself, is if I make a plan, I need to follow it. So, I don't know, just in this place of like, I don't know. Maybe it should just not happen.
Of Disneyland. Walt had unassailable confidence in his convictions. He believed in this thing. And when he looked at you, you've got to believe it too. He could convince you that this was going to be the greatest thing that ever happened. And then afterward, the hypnotic spell would wear off and you'd think, well, now, what if this fails? What if the people don't like it? What if it's too far away? What if they can't afford it?
I cannot be the one that is backstabbing myself. I have to have a full conviction. I have to have faith in myself. And if I don't have faith to get the plan done, how am I going to have faith to open a movie theater, to open these other things, to do these other projects? So I have to have faith here. I'm not someone who struggles with motivation. I work really hard, and I know I work really hard. That's not the question. It's just how to deal with those low points. It's like my low points are low, but they don't actually result in anything bad. I built up enough strength, mental strength, that when these low points come, to know that it's just a little low point and it's going to result in nothing, and eventually I'm going to be back on track to what is going on. This thing right here is a living reminder to me that anything is possible and I can get anything done. And when I'm off track, I look to the wall. I look to the wall for answers, to remember the visions that I've had. And this is also just so sick.